How's it going? Live unedited. So the other day, maybe yesterday, I don't necessarily remember, I get confused sometimes. There I was, at work, and we are currently doing construction-y things, because that's my job, on a house that is in a slightly less developed area than like your normal averagey place. There's like this wooded lot behind it and this huge garden-y thing, although it's kind of gone crazy because there aren't people living there currently while we do the building stuffs, so it's like super duper overgrown. But anyway, there we were, working, and all of a sudden, we saw something amazing. Guess what it was? Or, watch this. No, come back. Okay, bye. That's right, there were deer. There were 2 mommy deers and 3 little baby deers, and I realized that deers is not the proper plural. It's supposed to be deer, but please just give me a break. We saw these deer, and for whatever reason, my brother, who is 12 years older than me, and myself, who is still like an adult, were fascinated by these deer. We went over to the window, and we were talking to them. As you could see in that video, I was attempting to walk up to them, and it almost worked. In general, we were just kind of oddly excited by these deer. And you know, I didn't think much of it at the time, because my family's kind of weird. I mean, I'm kind of weird, and my family is kind of like me, which makes my family kind of weird. It's perfectly logical. And that's not that far out of the norm. But I've been thinking about it over the past day, or 2, or however long it's been, and I've started to wonder whether this deer fascination, not really a deer fascination, but this one particular example, is kind of indicative of something in people's, or maybe just me, / my family, that desires something maybe a little simpler. Does that make sense? I mean, we live in this world where we're driving super fast cars everywhere and watching ridiculous videos on the internet that a guy filmed on his ridiculously technologically advanced smartphone, like maybe this video. There are just so many things that like we do and we feel like we have to do and all of this stuff that when something natural rolls around or strolls around or bounds around, because they were kind of like chasing each other around and it was super adorable, it's just kind of a reminder that there are other things out there, like cool exploratory-ish type things and nature and the wild. I think a lot of people forget about that sometimes. And I've always liked being outside, and I've always wanted to go on an adventure. In fact, it's a life goal of mine to walk across the entire country. I realize that's like ridiculous, but I would like to do it, and I've just never really gotten around to it because life is a distraction. And so yeah, basically these deer have just made me start to ponder what exactly it is that really intrigues me or interests me or fascinates me about life, and maybe I should mix it up sometimes. Let me know down in the commentes section. Do you like deer? I know, that's a super like lame question to end this video on. I don't really have anything else to say. Until next week, deuces.